Hi guys, happy Monday. It is week 8 of our Body, Mind, Spirit Lifestyle program. Those of you who are brand new, this is Transformational Living. My name is Lisa Lupo, and we are running a 12-week, hey Jade, what's up? We're running a 12-week Body, Mind, Spirit program. And this is our first time running it this way. We started off with 4 weeks of body, and then we moved into 4 weeks of mind. We're on the last week of the mind phase. And then starting next week, we're going to be moving into spirit. So we're going to get into some really cool stuff around meditation, using our essential oils, and spiritual growth, and just opening up to that. So this week, though, is the final week of mind. So it's week 8. And we are all about focusing on abundance this week. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about abundance was, you guys have probably all heard the saying that abundance isn't something that you get. It's not a physical thing. It's not something that you accumulate physical things and you're abundant, or you have all this money in your bank account and you're abundant. Abundance is something that you tune into. It's an energy, it's a state of being. It is basically you recognizing all of the amazing blessings that you have in your life and realizing that abundance comes in many forms. So oftentimes we think of abundance as money, or, like I said, material things, fancy cars, fancy houses. All of those things are great, but it's not limited to physical things. And it's not just the tangible, right? The things that we can physically touch and see with our eyes. You can be abundant in relationships. You could have an abundance of incredible, soulful connections with friends and family. You could be abundant in health. You could have an abundance of health and feel well and energetic and lean and strong and just feel abundant in your body, in your health. Same thing with, like, just your marriage or your relationship with your partner. An abundance of love for your family, for your spouse, or whoever that is in your life. Like I said, oftentimes we think of the money and the physical things as abundance, and that is a form of abundance, is having wealth. But it's not the only thing. And so one of the things that I think is common in a lot of people, myself included, is that we forget about what we already have working in our lives. We forget about what's already beautiful and great in our lives, and we start focusing on the things that we don't have that we wish we had. So what that does is it puts us in a mindset of lack. It puts us in a mindset of thinking, I'm without these things, and I can't be happy until I have these things. And the way the laws of the universe work is that, if you're not happy with what you already have, if you're not aware of and tuned into the abundance that already exists in your life, you're not going to attract more of it, because you're sending out an energy of lack. You're sending out an energy of, I don't have enough, I'm without. And that type of energy, when we put that type of energy out into the universe, it is a vibration. It is an actual vibration that we put out. And we are vibrational beings. We are made of the same stuff as source energy. We are, basically vibrational. So when we put out whatever energy we put out into the universe is what we're going to attract back. So if we're putting out that energy of, I don't have enough, or I'm without, or I can't do this, or I don't have that, or just that negative mindset of focusing on what you wish you had that you don't have, what you think is missing from your life, then you stay sort of stuck in that place of never having enough, never feeling abundant. And when you shift your thinking to gratitude, and this is the first thing that gets you in tune with abundance, is gratitude, is going to gratitude and thinking about all the things that you have in your life that you're grateful for. The little things, the roof over your head, the warm covers that you get to get underneath in your bed every night. If you have kids, or you have, hey babe, if you have kids or you have a dog like we do, Kona is sitting back there somewhere, I'm grateful for Kona. I'm grateful to snuggle with her and to be able to wake up every morning and have her there. And, she cuddles with Chris and I, and she lays on my feet, and all those little tiny things that are really just, oh, the sun. Yeah, absolutely. Grateful for the sun. Grateful to live in Arizona. For those of you that live in other places, grateful for where you live. Grateful for the people that are in your life. Your family members, the food that's in your refrigerator. Like, as simple as that, those are things that, if we're not grateful for them, then we lose touch with the abundance that already exists in our life. And it's very, very hard to tune into more abundance. It's very, very difficult to manifest or to attract more amazing greatness into your life when you're not already grateful and present to the abundance that's already operating in your life. Our car, our pool, our beautiful apartment, our everything. I mean, there's so many things that you can list. And I know Chris talks about this a lot, about how he, at one point had a hard time listing even just 2 or 3 things that he was abundant or that he was grateful for. And now he writes pages every morning of what he's grateful for. And, being grateful for the lessons, being grateful for the hard times, for the people in your life that have challenged you, that have created some brought out some bad feelings in you, or had you experience something negative, being grateful for those things because they've all led you to where you are today, and they serve as contrast. So being grateful for those things sends out, like I said, that positive energy, that vibration into the universe, that you are open to receiving whatever's coming your way, because you're going to use it as fuel to move you forward, to create more in your life. Hey, Shaheen. So talking about abundance and just understanding that abundance is not something that you get, it is something that you tune into. It is something that you become aware of, that you recognize is already in your life. Just like the law of attraction, we listen to a lot of Abraham Hicks, who talks a lot about the law of attraction, and that the law of attraction is always working. It's basically like gravity, right? The law of gravity never stops working. It always is operating, right? And we're not necessarily aware of it because we don't think about it. We sort of kind of take for granted the fact that we just are here on the ground and we're not floating around in the air, and we're not, we are basically operating in the law of gravity all of the time, but we're not thinking about it. Same thing goes with the law of attraction. The law of attraction is operating in your life 24/7, whether you realize it or not. And the problem is that oftentimes we're not aware of the law of attraction working in our lives. And the reason we're not is because we are so focused on, or so many people are so focused on what we don't have and what we wish we had, and the lack, and the I don't have this and I don't have that. So the law of attraction is bringing us a lot of what we don't want, because that's what we're drawing into us. We're drawing in more of what we don't want when we're thinking about the things that we don't want. When we say to ourselves, I'm sick, I'm fat, I'm not happy, I don't have enough money, I'm not fit, I don't have enough, whatever it is, and we're saying those things, we're basically using the law of attraction in a negative way, attracting more of what we don't want. The law of attraction just says, that's what you say you want, okay, here you go. So what we want to do is use the law of attraction to our benefit by being in the creation of, and being in the mindset, in the vibrational alignment of the things that we wish to attract. So the things that we want in our lives. We want more love, we want more abundant wealth, and more health, and more all of the things that we wish to experience in our lives, we want to attract more of, right? So we want to use that law of attraction to our benefit by shutting off those the negative self-talk, shutting off the I am statements that say, like I heard someone recently say, I am so sick, I'm sick, I always get sick, and they're just talking about how sick they are. And they're going to attract more of that. And it basically creates this energy in your body of like, well, that's where you are, and that's what you're talking about, and that's what you're focused on, so that's where we're going to stay. And so, it's really being conscious. It requires consciousness, and it requires us to every single day, all day, be checking ourselves with the thoughts that we have, the things that we're saying. Are we creating more of what we don't want, or are we attracting into our lives what we desire, what we wish to experience, the people, the places, the money, the health, all of the things that we wish to attract into our lives and experience more of is what we need to be focusing on. And the last thing I want to say about abundance is just recognizing that how often we create resistance against attracting the things that we desire. So, and I do this a lot, and I talked about this in a post, or actually another live that I did, but I made a post about this and about how people block their own abundance. And the way that we do that is we say the things that we desire. We talk about it. We might have a vision board, or we might tell people, we might say, you know, oh, I want to attract this, or I'm visualizing this or that, or these are my goals, or these are the things that I want to create in my life. But at the same time, we're also not believing that. We're not believing that we're worthy of it, or we're not believing that we have what it takes, or we don't trust, we don't have faith in the law of attraction. We don't have faith in our ability to manifest. We are so focused on what physically we see around us. For an example, if what is in your bank account right now does not make you happy, is not what you want, we focus on what our bank account looks like now instead of focusing on what is coming and what we're creating and what's on its way to us, what's already on its way to us through the work that we've been doing, the manifesting, the action, all the things that we've been doing to create that. We stay focused on what we physically see around us, because it's hard not to, right? It's hard not to look around you and say, well, this is my reality. This is the life that I have. This is what my bank account looks like. This is what my health looks like. This is what my body feels like. Well, we have to change that and stop focusing on what is. As hard as that is and as crazy as that sounds, we have to stop focusing on what is and start forward thinking and start thinking about what we wish to create. Because every single thing that we've done up to this point has gotten us to where we are. So if we're not happy where we are, if there's something that we're wishing was different, or something that we want to shift or change, we have to be in the forward thinking of what it is we wish to create, what it is we wish to experience, the health that we want, the finances that we want, the relationships that we want, the environment that we want. We need to be forward thinking about those things and visualizing and constantly practicing positive speaking, positive thinking, and drawing those things into us. And it's a hard practice. I'll admit it. It takes constant consciousness around what you're saying. And you know, when you find yourself saying things like I don't have enough, or I don't feel good, or this is always happens to me, or oh, I can't afford this, or this is too expensive. When we say those things, we're just basically reiterating exactly what we don't want, and we're attracting more of what we don't want. So on the topic of abundance, this week we're going to be talking all about, we'll be weaving that in through the posts and different things that we're sharing in the group this week. And one of the things that I recommend that you do is start your day with gratitude every morning, first thing in the morning, before you get out of bed, even before you even open your eyes, when you are aware of the fact that you're awake. Sit there for 30 seconds, a minute, and just think of the things that you're grateful for in your life. It could be 5 things to start with. It could be 2 things to start with. But if you start that habit first thing in the morning, you are in control over what you're focusing on first thing in the morning. Oftentimes we wake up, we grab our phone, we're flipping through Instagram or Facebook or emails or whatever, and we're basically saying, we're leaving it up to chance. As Chris Harder says, I just listened to this awesome podcast by Chris Harder. If you're interested in, it's called For the Love of Money. And he talks about how we're leaving it up to chance. We could open up Facebook or Instagram and see something that pisses us off, or we could open it up and see something that makes us feel insecure, or we could open it up and see something that makes us angry or envious, or we start comparing ourselves, or we get really bad news, or we're basically allowing whatever is on social media in that moment that we open our eyes and we look at our phone, we're allowing that to dictate how we start our morning. So if you be in control of how your morning starts and how your day goes from the start, your first 30 minutes of the day, open your eyes and focus on gratitude, and really be conscious of keeping the phone away, of keeping those things away, so that you're not infiltrating your mind with whatever is out there in the world, other people's opinions, other people's priorities, and other people's intentions, and just different things that people are putting out into the world of social media. So that's the first thing that you can do to start moving towards tuning into your own abundance is be grateful first thing in the morning, focus on gratitude, and then take it a next step and listen to, get out a book and read a couple pages of a book, or listen to a podcast that's positive. Choose what it is that you're going to allow into your mind in that first hour of the day, and it will completely change the way the rest of your day goes. And we'll start moving you towards that direction of being in alignment with the things that you wish to attract, tuning into your abundance, really focusing more on your self-talk and the things that you're saying and thinking, and are you creating more of what you don't want, or are you putting out into the universe what you wish to attract and create in your environment and your experience. So with that, I'm going to shut it down and sign off. So this week, again, like I said, all about abundance. We are still doing the Healthy Mind and Body program for anyone who is interested in joining us. Let us know in the comments if you're interested or you want to know more about it. We can share it with you. It's just a daily program that we use, an online program that Isagenix offers that helps with mindset, vision, goals, and really being tuned into what's working in your life and what's great in your life, instead of the negative stuff, the stuff that's not working. So with that, I'll sign off. I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.